Hi everyone, welcome back to Creative Witchy Mama. And for those that are new to the channel, welcome. You're very welcome here. Thank you for joining me today. If you are liking this content, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell, share, and comment. I love all your comments. I try and come back to you as soon as I possibly can. But today I actually wanted to talk about Reiki and like the self-healing journey that I guess I have been on. And it's like all of it's like turns for me. So for those that don't know, I do have a small side business with a friend, co-founder of a wellness business, Wellness with Shez and Del. And one of the parts of our business is Reiki. So we are both energy healers. But I never set out to be an energy healer, I've got to admit. When I actually did my first Reiki course, we're going back a couple of years now. I just did it I think for myself, to be able to heal myself and to understand what I guess energy healing is. And it's an age-old practice. It's beautiful. It is deeply rooted in grounding and tapping into source, I guess. And for me, it was a really beautiful moment to be able to give back to myself. And honestly, I never thought at that moment when I first went into that course, I never ever thought that I would be doing it, as a business or incorporating it into other parts of my business. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be for business. Like Reiki can just be for yourself. Reiki can be used on the plants, it can be used on yourself, it can be used on your animals, on your children, on everyone. You can do it channeling in, and like using that force, I guess, using that healing force to help anything and everyone, right? um but obviously you can turn it into a business as well. But yeah, so for me, like, um I went into the first one and then I did the second part of Reiki, which means that you can kind of conduct it as a business. Again, I kind of felt for me that it was just for me at this stage. I wasn't doing it as business. It was really just for me, another string to my bow, and understanding healing even deeper and deeper, and understanding Reiki even deeper too. Um, and then it wasn't until really quite recently that Dell and I decided to create our wellness business. And I felt really called to use Reiki as part of the meditation. So, because we both hold space for women and in numerous events, we one of us will kind of do a guided meditation, and with the permission of our clients, one of us will perform Reiki. And I felt really called to do this in our first women's circle. I felt the women there needed it, and I felt like I just channeled it all, and it was so powerful. I think one of the participants said it felt like you were steering my ship, which was quite beautiful and quite profound, really. But it is this beautiful energy, and I use it really as love, to vibrate at that higher frequency. And now we've actually set up a website. We're starting to take bookings for, like, private sessions, and it's just definitely not where I thought I was going to be going with this. I really thought it was always going to be for self-healing, but then I do think my healing powers, or whatever you want to call them, I just feel like it's my inner compass, my inner guide is telling me I've got more to give to people through energy healing, and through, I suppose, tapping in and really giving back to not only the women in our women's circles, and not just the people that I've seen for Reiki previously, but just for everybody in general. I do, well, actually we both practice distance Reiki and also one-on-one. So distance is really tapping into that person, and using a bed, and using crystals and things like that to really kind of tap in to that energy. And look, this is not going to be for everybody. Reiki or energy healing, it's certainly not going to be for everybody, but for me it was a really great way to ground in and to come back to not just myself, but tapping in to more than me, right? Tapping into the universe, and allowing that to guide me and help others too. I really just wanted to talk about how it kind of, I suppose, changed my perspective on where maybe my future's going as well. I don't know where it's going. Look, we're all doing all different things, right? And I guess for me, I believe that the universe is watching out for me and guiding me, helping guide me into new adventures and different journeys and different paths. And this has obviously been a chosen path for me, which I'm really excited about. So it's like, it's so funny, isn't it? How things, sometimes we do things for ourselves and we just never think what the outcome's going to be. And I guess that's the best way of being present, right? Just enjoying those moments, enjoying it for yourself, and then maybe even being able to take things for later on down the track and using them for a business, or using them for to help other people, to really help heal wounds. And like I'm talking about like mental wounds, emotional wounds, obviously not physically, not if they're bleeding. But yeah, it's been a really interesting journey for me, and it's something that I haven't really spoken about on here yet, but it is a big part of my life too, and it's been a very big part of my healing journey. And I think going through that, it's helped me learn more about myself, and also about where my life purpose is, where my path is going maybe. And it helps me ground in a lot more, and it helps me become a bit more centered, and understand like how I can tap in and help others. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. It's a little bit unusual, or bit different to all my other content, but it is a big part of my life. And I suppose that's kind of where the witchy part comes in, the creative witchy mama. I love all my crystals, love my decks, my oracle decks, and I also love all that energy healing, frequency, everything. It's just, for me, it's so important. And vibrating at that higher frequency, that love frequency, is just where we all need to be, I think. So, but yeah, look, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have enjoyed this content, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell, so you do know when I upload some new content. It could be something like this. It could be something to do with motherhood. It could be something completely different about me. I don't know, cooking, making some granola or something. Who knows? It could be anything going on for me, because I do lots of different things. But look, until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.